Hi, friends and fellow Earth Angels. It's Gladys, and welcome back to my weekly Sunday card reading. And this spread will cover September 22nd to the 28th, or whenever you're guided to watch, as these readings are always intended to be timeless. So the energy into the reading is going into this current week, but it doesn't mean with shifting of energy that it can't apply anytime going forward in the future. Take in what resonates. My intention is that everybody receives some guidance or support. I am bringing it back to the angels this week, bringing it back to angel messages, angel support. And I chose the saying, be still and know. One of the guidance that I keep getting is that we're in a transitional state or a transitional place in a lot of ways. We're getting ready to shift out of the summer season and shifting into the fall season. I believe the fall equinox is on the 23rd of September, so it will be Monday. So there's a lot happening. I believe Saturn has stationed and is about to go direct. So I just feel like there's like this masculine energy that's coming up to purging. So if you've felt like disgruntled maybe is the word, or on fire, or there's been like shifts in career and money, I think there's a lot of that that's coming up right now. So I'm shifting this week into the energy of gentleness, this idea of be still and know. As we're moving into this transitional state or this place, I feel like Creator, God, Source, Universe, whatever that energy is to you, I feel like is asking you to be still and go within and lay out the foundation with the divine's help of what the next season is going to look like. So I feel like a lot of people are resting, a lot of people are feeling tired, and this is about nurturing your own self, practicing really good self-care, like really just kind of listening to your body. If you need to sleep, sleep. The other day I was out with a friend and I wanted a smoothie, and on the way there my body just wanted blueberries and I wanted a blueberry something smoothie. And when I went in there, I picked a smoothie that was like all berries, and I have to say it was so delicious. It was exactly what my body needed. And that's what I mean about self-care, like listening to your own self, staying within, being still, really connecting with Creator. I know we live in a fast-paced world of doing, but if you're getting a lot of hesitation and resistance from moving forward, I feel like the divine is asking you to be still and go within and just check in with yourself this week and how you're feeling. Maybe that can be your practice this week, is observation, being still, resting, recharging. There's still a lot going on with the planets. If there are any astrologers or tarot readers who've been channeling and these messages are in alignment, or you know what planets are doing, please share in the comments. I'm always open to more information that can reach a lot of different people and a lot of different backgrounds. So I would appreciate that as well. It's really cool to see how I'm channeling these divine messages, but it's also actually going on, or these situations or the experience are actually going on in the stars, or people are doing the tarot and getting messages in the same vibration. So I am going to start off this week with the Archangel Oracle deck, and then I will also tap into more messages with angel therapy. And then we're in a transitional period in transformation, so I pulled the butterfly card to see what we need to know about the transitions we're going into this next season. And then also an activation. It's almost like we're going into fall, so my intention into this is, okay, what is being activated within you as we move into this new season? And then finally, a blessing. What prayer the angels have for you for this week or whenever you're guided to watch. All right, let me open up space and invite in all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, Source, Creator of the universe, and all his holy beings of light who would like to assist with this guidance for you today. And I'm going to ask that the messages be for your best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. I feel like one of the messages I'm getting right now is, if you're not sure what to do, create space do nothing, and the action will unfold before you. Sometimes I think when we get into that mental space of trying to problem solve and figure everything out, we can force things to happen. So one of the messages I'm getting already is to be still and take time. If you're not sure what actions to take, give it up to Creator and allow Him to shine a light on the next steps. All right, so let's see. What Archangel? It's so funny. I pulled this card. I pulled this patience card because I wanted to see about the glare with the light, and this card came out. And now I shuffled the deck, prepped it, and this card is on the bottom. So I think this is a bonus message for a lot of people. I am going to shuffle and pull a different card too. It'd be pretty amazing if it came back for a fourth time. But patience, Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. And so this is a lot of what I was just talking about, and not knowing what to do, creating space and allowing the universe to shine a light on the next steps and allowing it to unfold naturally. So patience is definitely something that the feminine energies are learning to what is it? Patience is a virtue. So that's definitely something where we're strengthening is patience right now. All right, let's get into it. All right, what archangel wants to connect with the collective this week? What's the most important thing? What's the most important thing? I need to know what angel wants to connect this week. Make it loud and clear. What angel wants to come out? Brilliant idea. I love it. This is the Archangel Uriel. And his message says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea into fruition. So here's the thing. I feel like the collective has these dreams, hopes, goals, desires. And I feel like you're in a space right now where Archangel Uriel is coming in to validate that. Because of the patience thing that came up earlier, you may be doubting, can I have this? Am I moving in the right direction? Should I do this? Should I pursue this? And that's where I get that be still this week and give yourself time for reflection. And I feel like Uriel is coming in to say, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Those things that you desire. It could be love, a partnership. It could be a better paying job. It could be peace within your family. There's such a broad spectrum, but we all have these desires right now that doesn't seem to be coming into fruition. So we're in the space of like, it's never going to happen, or what does this all mean? I'm not really sure, and I'm just feeling a lot of like confusion. Or maybe you're in a situation where there's a lot of that around you and you don't know what to do for these people. Remember, we've separated a lot from the enabling, the codependency, the 3D, 5D energy. There's been a lot of shifts happening. And so you may be a person that's in a situation where you don't know what to do for a loved one or how to help them. And so it's important to know that you want them to feel better. It's important to know that that they do have the ability to get better. Same thing with you. Your situation has the ability to get better. And yes, you certainly can do the business. You certainly can have the clients. You certainly can make the money. You can certainly fall in love in a healthy space. But there's a lot of inner work that we've had to do to make sure that we're clearing out old patterns, old belief systems, and old ways of doing things. So if you're in a space where a situation is coming back again, a money thing, a relationship thing, it really is time to pause and reflect and ask Creator, how can I shift this? How can I do it in another way? And sometimes it's just inviting that energy in. So I feel like this is validating your space and your hopes and dreams and desires. It's just a little more patience. Archangel Uriel is also the angel that helps with forgiveness. He helps us to clear out anger, resentment, any degree of bitterness. So if you're feeling hostile to a situation, or you're feeling like this isn't fair, or any type of that energy, you can call on the Archangel Uriel and ask him for assistance in forgiving situations. Maybe it's a work situation, maybe it's with a partner, who, isn't like your, up to your expectations. Or maybe it's yourself. Maybe you're disappointed in, what you feel like you should have been doing or could have been doing and haven't. And so there's so much in this. And so I really want you to be mindful about your own self-criticism and how you're being hard on yourself, and just creating space for the divine to come in to give you inspired action. That's what I feel like Uriel can help you with. But remember, the universe abides by the law of free will, so they don't and they won't intervene unless we're asking. This is why prayer and meditation and timeouts and being open to receive is so crucial. And so I ask you, what's your relationship with the divine right now? What is your relationship? Are you in a place of I'm pissed at him, or this is never going to happen, or you're in a doubtful place? That's all okay. That's all part of the pathway to the divine, to creator. I mean, there is an importance in that energy of being able to pause and reflect. And, sometimes we think things have to be a certain way. And when you give it up to God, it opens up a door or a window or a crack in another direction. So I feel like some of you maybe moved around. Maybe you started energy into something and it's shifting into something else. So really that go with the flow energy, being open to receiving how things are going to unfold. Any type of resistance, being able to lean into it, and allowing things to unfold naturally rather than trying to force things. So Uriel can help with any unforgiveness, any resistance, any anger or resentment that you may be feeling. And so how you can receive that support is just imagining yourself filled up with this yellow light. You can ask him, to enter a situation or an experience. Maybe there's unforgiveness, or maybe there's some just negative energy in that space. So you can invite Archangel Uriel in to transmute the energy. So what will happen is, over time, when you think about the situation, it's not as intense, or it's not as frustrating, or it's not as maddening. So it really is a beautiful energy for support. All right, so angel therapy. I'm going to ask Archangel Uriel, what additional message do you have for the collective with regards to angel therapy? What more do you need the collective to know? Wow, I love it. So there's 2 here. Nice. So the first one is integrity. It says, align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Perfect. See, here's the action. Please take action to bring your idea into fruition. And the extension is align your actions so that they match your values. And I feel like this is an opportunity this week to create space and ask yourself, what is it that I truly want and why? If it's money and financial security, why? Remember, God has the ability to bless you because of your ability to bless others. And so I feel like this might be a week, as we're transitioning out of the old season, to check in with yourself and to see if you're in alignment with your goals and your values. If you've been pulled off track, if you've got expectations that you may have outgrown, getting back into the space is powerful. And then interestingly enough, the second card that came out was base chakra, which is your root. It says, choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances, as your words determine your outcome. So one of the things I'm getting here too is, the root chakra represents survival, support, and stability and security, and it's a foundation. And so if the foundation of your thinking is negative or drama filled or repeated patterns over and over again, the universe is asking you to pause this week to come in alignment of what is it that you really want, and really to kind of take a look at what you're creating. And again, it's not I'm not saying it in a way that you have to bully yourself or criticize yourself. I'm just asking that you be curious about your experiences and have compassion for how far you've come and where you're going and what it is that you want. Root chakra is money, money and prosperity. So maybe some of you are feeling the lack. Maybe you're staying in situations because of the money. Maybe you're staying in a relationship because of security or the perception of security. Maybe you're staying in a work environment that's toxic because of the paycheck. You need to reevaluate. Now again, I'm not being an advocate for you to just get a divorce or quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. But what you can do is get real with yourself into the nature of the situation, not what we want it to be, but what it is, and then take action from that place. Maybe it's just a matter of looking at other jobs. Maybe it's a matter of looking into some therapists or some support, or maybe some YouTube videos about relationships, if that's what it is. Maybe it's about looking into some resources in law of attraction, if it's a financial thing. And again, the base chakra, for me, it feels like your belief systems. This is another thing that I'm getting is we're talking about like forgiveness here. What are your belief systems? We're definitely clearing out programs, old beliefs, old ways of doing things from our parents and our grandparents and society's perception of things. There's a lot of experiences that people are having right now to shift those old programs and those old ways of doing things. There's a lot of judgment going on right now. And so being able to pull back and saying, okay, what are my values? What is going to help me feel stable and secure? What is it that I really want? And what is in alignment with my truth? You can't really do that if you're not creating space to sit and be still. If you're always in a space of action, it really is going to create a depletion of your energy, and you're always going to feel in lack and depleted. And it really is a breeding ground for negativity, like why me? I'm not enough programs, like all this stuff is coming up. Now trust me, I know the experience. I don't really share anything that I haven't experienced in some way or another. So I understand how hard it is, but when we can actually face the reality of this situation, when we can actually look at it and ask ourselves, okay, I'm not feeling fulfilled, I'm not feeling safe, I'm not feeling secure, instead of putting that on somebody else, like my job needs to do this, my children need to do this, my partner needs to do this, my friends need to do this, pausing and reflecting. And I ask you, like, are you doing that for yourself? Are you allowing yourself to feel safe? Like, are you creating a healthy mental space for your inner child, or emotional space for your inner child to have emotions and feelings and have awarenesses? Are you compromising your needs for everybody else? When you're doing that, you're telling your inner child, that part of you inside that has needs too, that it's not important. And so that's why I say it's not about changing the people, things around you. It's about, okay, how can I shift my approach, my thought process? And it's just a reflection. It's not about doing more. It's about creating space and going within and asking God, what do I do about this situation? Or Jesus, if Jesus is your thing, Jesus is an incredible healer. He is the master teacher, and he's really good at problem solving too. There are a lot of times I go to Jesus and say, all right, Jesus, you've been here, you know what it's like. What do I do? And and I just sit and listen, and I breathe, and I imagine I'm giving myself really good energy and loving energy and support, and I just open up to receive. And you may not get anything in that space that you created, but the next morning brushing your teeth, you might get an aha or an answer to your problem or a solution. You may be driving to work or in the shower, and then something comes up. So this is how it works, but it's about creating space. It's about creating a good foundation and even a connection with Creator to be able to go within. We're really going to need that, especially as we evolve and grow spiritually into the 2020 energy. This is the foundational stuff that we really have to get clear with. Our brilliant ideas have come up for a reason, but there's a process, a solid foundation we need to really be supportive when that stuff starts coming in. So, butterfly transformation. What is the collective, angels, what is the collective experiencing in their transformation? What is their transformation process? What are they learning through this transformation? Oh, forgiveness. Yes. was just saying that. Again, exclamation point, right? So we were just talking about how Archangel Uriel is the angel of forgiveness. When I see this card, I think I've pulled this card recently too. I don't know if it was in a pick a card or if it was in a Sunday reading, but this is something, this unforgiveness energy breeds bitterness. It breeds the energy, how dare you, how could you, and what about me? Now, no shame in it if you're feeling that way. I certainly go there, but I can also recognize when I'm going there, and I can pull back within myself and saying, okay, what do I need to do for my own needs? How do I need to set boundaries? How do I need to speak up? How do I need to get to bed early? How do I need to take a vitamin? Like what is it that I need? And then also too, like let's say you feel like you made a mistake. Let's say something came up and you're like, darn it, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Instead of beating yourself up, forgive yourself, saying, aha, I got it. I know it. Maybe you're learning a lot faster now. So situations and experiences arise for us to learn. I can tell you, if there was no adversity, if there was no resistance or a push-pull energy, things would be really boring and it would create a lot of drama. So, which I think is already happening. So when you're open to evolving and growing, stuff come to surface. And, like I said, as we're clearing this generational stuff, there's a lot of unforgiveness in the world. Like, how dare you? How could you? But then also, too, when you can reflect it back on yourself, ask yourself, how are you betraying your own self? How are you settling? How are you compromising when you know deep down maybe you're meant for so much more? Maybe you're meant to take a leap. Maybe you've got to do the work to make adjustments and changes, or maybe it's about doing nothing and creating space and asking the divine for assistance. There's so much in this forgiveness energy. Let me see. Unforgiveness. Again, it's not about when you forgive a person, you're saying that what they did was okay. It's about your own healing process. It's like, I forgive you and I set myself free. It's really easy to fall into that victim energy. This keeps happening to me. What about me? They're like, I don't know, mean to me, or they take advantage of me. Now, that can certainly be. But also, too, let's take a pull back and ask yourself, how can you adjust that to set boundaries? What words can you use, or what energy can you put out there to shift that? And how can you forgive yourself for the space that you're in? So when you're in this space, and again, it really is anger, resentment, and bitterness, fired up. There's a lot of that. There's been a lot of that this week. You'll feel it in between your shoulder blades. We carry that energy in the liver, the gallbladder, and the spleen. Some of you who are really focusing on nutrition and the health of your physical body, maybe you've got physical ailments and you're shaming yourself for abusing your body or pushing, or maybe you've had an abundance of unhealthy things that have hurt your body. Sometimes I feel like, and again, this is a general message, so it may not be for everybody, but excuse me, I'm shifting into the physical here. And the reason that came up, like I saw the liver, and I wanted to say some of you may be in a space that needs a liver detox. Now, I'm not advocating for you to just go buy liver detox pills or go on a detox. I'm saying research the option. I know medical medium, and there's beautiful nutritionists out there who can support you in that. But if you've been feeling angry, or you've had angry people around you as an empathic person and an earth angel, you could be absorbing that. So some of you may need, and again, if you're getting fired up in that, how dare you, how could you, or even putting that on yourself, like, God, I knew better, I should have this, I should have that. Forgive yourself. Forgiveness is about accepting that this is where I'm at. this is where I'm at. It may not be the ideal. It might not be exactly what my vision was or the ideal situation, but from this place of acceptance, it opens up space for you to be able to move forward one step at a time with Creator, with the divine, and it all unfolds a lot more naturally. So maybe some of you need this like detox, and it could be a fast, it could be a cleanse. It could be the elimination of alcohol for a week or two. But I'm feeling this vibe here. Not so much in the gallbladder or the spleen, but more of the liver. The liver is on the right side of your body, which is your masculine energy side, which is action and doing. So just be mindful of how you're treating that. If you're taking in like processed foods and chemicals and stuff, that stuff really affects the liver. So this may not be for everybody, and it could be just for one person. Maybe you needed to hear this. Maybe it was something that you've been thinking about, and here it is coming up about taking care of your liver and detoxing and cleansing and purging. But I really would suggest that if you don't know what you're doing, definitely contact somebody, a nutritionist, a dietitian, a doctor for support. Do your research before you just jump in. And again, it's not for everybody. So trust your guidance. Like I said, this may be for somebody who's been thinking about it, and maybe you're feeling all these emotions. And sometimes just eating a plant-based diet for a certain amount of time and eating really healthy, like I call it fuel food, that can also detox your liver in a lot of ways. So take that as it resonates, but I feel like this is also connected. And you can also ask Archangel Uriel to guide you to the right options that are for you. Take in a few different options, and then, like I said, take space and be still and check in, maybe muscle testing, check in to see what works, what would work best for you. All right, so as we move through this detox of unforgiveness and move towards forgiveness and detox of anger and resentment and bitterness and that energy, what are you activating within the collective this week? As they're still, as they're listening, creating space, patience, what are you activating in the collective? Exclamation point. 44, the angel number, universal love. I just got this crazy image of flushing the toilet. As we're talking about detox, cleansing, purging, these emotions, right? It starts at the base chakra. Negativity, feeling unstable, insecure, feeling lack in the vibration. It's like almost like getting back to the heart of the matter of what's important to you and how do you want to feel. And it's like you're purging this yucky energy. And so this is what it's activating. This energy is a very high vibrational energy. And there's we're in a portal right now where there's a lot of healers and intuitives and spiritual awakenings happening. A lot of people are coming out of their dark night stuff, right? A lot of like a metamorphosis, and people are banding together in universal love. We're seeing it all over the planet. And God bless the millennials. They are making waves. I'm like, God bless them. They have quite a mission because they're transforming eons of archaic belief systems and thought patterns. So I know they kind of get a bad rap, but they are doing some amazing things that really start with increasing the universal love on the planet. Of course, I'm not saying everybody's perfect and everybody's doing things right, but there is a mass vibration that's shifting there. And so the message here says the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. So one of the things I'm guided to say here is that when you feel good, the people around you will naturally feel good. And empaths know this because when you feel good, it's like everybody comes out of the woodwork, and this is where we got to set our boundaries, right? So when you feel good, the people around you feel good. And when they feel good, the people around them feel good. And when they feel good, the people around them feel good. That's like the law of attraction energy, right? So really, peace on earth starts right within you, within your own heart. And I just did a pick a card reading on love and romance, and I talked about universal love and how we're in a 9-year cycle of reintegrating the energy of true love back on the planet. It has to be true love of the self first, the individualization, the harmony of the masculine and feminine within. This is happening all in the astrology. It's happening. Tarot readers are channeling it. I mean, it's just a vibration that's shifting, whether you're aware of it or not. It started in 2017. So I have no doubt the dynamics of your relationship started getting better or worse in 2017. This individualization of the self, your wants and needs, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And this we're in it till 2025. So we're in it till 2025. So come mid-cycle, if you've been doing your inner work, we're going to start bringing partnerships together. People are going to be coming together that's in alignment with their divine partnership, which is incredibly powerful. Mark my words, I'm telling you, we're going to see people who've been doing their inner work, divine masculine, divine feminine energies, they're going to start coming together and reintegrating the energy of true love on the planet in powerful ways through their babies, through their love for each other, through the inner work that they do together as partners. I mean, I'm really excited to see how it all unfolds, but this is the point of it all. So please don't give up. Please, if you've been wiped and tired and you're just one thing after another, please don't give up. This is a message to say, hey, just get clear about how you want to feel, what you're worthy and deserving of, not what people told you you should feel and you should do. And then really ask Creator to guide you to the people, places, things, and ideas that can help open up those doors for you. Archangel Ariel is the angel of courage and bravery. She would be another angel to call on. She's this beautiful pink color. She'd be an angel to call on if you're struggling with like soul purpose. And she helps us on our divine mission in a lot of ways. So she kind of brings us into alignment and opened up doors for us. She's also the angel that helps with financial support as well. The other day, and her sign is bunnies. She'll send bunnies. The other day I was driving home and there was a car in front of me and I saw this bunny like dart across this main road, and all I could think was, don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him. And so I kind of I think I closed my eyes for half a second and I just prayed. That bunny was fast moving and I kind of laughed. I'm like, okay, Ariel, I get the message. And it's all about courage and bravery, and it's all about being on your divine mission. I forget what I was questioning. I was probably questioning an idea or something like that, and the bunny darted across like, don't doubt, be courageous, be strong. There's going to be resistance. You have to keep moving through it. So I just kind of laughed, and I just get to play with the universe. I'm grateful that I'm open to seeing these signs and these messages, and I know you are too. You're telling me, you're sharing it with me. So if 44 comes up for you this week, there's your sign, right? That's a message. It means hundreds of thousands of angels are with you. Ask them anything. Of course, 4 plus 4 equals 8, which is the divine prosperity, abundance number. So there is a lot of beautiful energy. You could even pause this video in this space. What I'm trying to say is if at some point you want to meditate on this mandala here, take a picture, screenshot it and sit with it, meditate on it, feel the energy of love coming for yourself. It's really powerful. These are really great cards too. They are the sacred geometry activations. So even as you're still sitting in an energy like this can be powerful, you are still receiving energy and love and light from the colors, from the vibration that comes out. I love how there's the red all around, which is like the symbolic of the base chakra. That is really the root of it all. And finally, let's see, a blessing. What blessing does the divine have for you this week? What is final message, divine blessing for you this week? Shine your light. Friends. I mean, I couldn't have picked better cards myself. There he is. Angel of Forgiveness. I mean, this couldn't be any more clear. So the message here says, thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. Wow. See his beautiful yellow radiant color, his torch, inviting him in, filling yourself, maybe wearing yellow this week. Leave me some yellow hearts in the comments if you're feeling this. Again, what more can I say about Uriel? Uriel is also the keeper of the inner light, especially as an empathic person, an earth angel, a healer, intuitive, a caregiver, people of service of the planet. We tend to share our light and share our energy. That's what we've come in this planet to do. But we can also attract the takers, right? And so Archangel Uriel is notorious for being able to hold the light within us. So I feel like another message for you this week, if you've listened to me up until this point, is filling up with the light energy. Maybe you've been expending a lot of energy lately. And I feel like taking this week as you be still and pause and reflect and being mindful of filling up, or asking Uriel to fill you up with that divine light. So if you're feeling depleted, especially in this lack vibration, and we can fall into negativity, this is kind of like asking you to reset. It's a reset as we transition from season to season, to go within and ask Uriel to keep that light so that you're bright. You always want to give from the overflow. One of the things I love to say is that if you have money but you don't have time, share your money. If you have time but you don't have money, share your time. If you don't have money or time, fill up for yourself. Give from the overflow. That is a really great way to check in when people are asking you. You know, I had a couple things that came up this week, and I've just been depleted. I've just been tired. I've needed more rest. I think there's a lot going on with the planets, and I'm feeling it. And I had to say no. And I explained, like, listen, I got to practice some self-care. You know, and that's a hard thing to do for somebody who's always of service, somebody who wants to give. So I think it's important to know your own boundaries and how you're feeling. I think this is a lot of what we talked about in the beginning of the reading, but Uriel can also assist. It's so amazing. Forgiveness, angel of forgiveness. I just love this. And I love that you're loving it too. So thank you so much for your emails. Thank you so much for your messages. Thank you so much for your validation. It's just been pretty amazing. And I just love doing this. So I'm really happy that you're enjoying it as well. So let me close space by thanking all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator of the universe, and all his holy beings of light who assisted with this guidance, especially the Archangel Uriel. And I'm going to ask that any healing that was started for you throughout this reading continue for as long as it needs to be done. Mind, body, spirit, and emotions in all ways. All right, friends, remember, I love you. God loves you. Trust in the divine. Trust your intuition. And I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.